Hi, my name is Braden, or K3DW on the Twisty Puzzles forum, and today I would like to present my Penta Mixup puzzle. So this puzzle looks like a normal pentagonal prism, and in fact it does turn like one. The top faces turn in increments of 72 degrees, and then the side faces turn in increments of 180 degrees. However, it is called the Penta Mixup, and if you notice the ratio on the faces, it might remind you of a similar ratio on a different puzzle, the Mixup Cube. Now the faces on the Mixup Cube are much larger, but that has nothing to do with it. So on the Mixup Cube, if you recall, you can turn two opposite faces by 45 degrees each, which is half of a turn. A turn is 90 degrees normally. And then this now becomes an optional turn. And I have something similar going on the Penta Mixup. So if you turn the top face by 36 degrees, which is half of 72, and you turn the bottom face by the same amount, now this becomes an optional turn. Now it still only turns 180 degrees, so this is not a turn, nothing will turn from here. But it does look like a mix-up cube, and it works like a mix-up cube around, around the equator. Now this is actually my second time building this puzzle. The first time building this puzzle is right here, and this puzzle was a failure for two reasons. First of all, there's too many caps and they weren't made well enough, so if you see it's sticking out right here a couple millimeters. And then the side caps right here, so the edge caps and the center caps, they're sticking out too. On this puzzle I completely eliminated the center and edge caps. They're no longer caps, it's now just one piece. So the only pieces that are caps here are the top and bottom faces. But the reason that this is a failure is because this face doesn't turn here, and I'll explain why. This center is actually glued into the core, and it has to be like that, because on a mix-up cube, this equator slice has to actually be able to float on top of the core, because these are not actually center pieces, these are center and edge pieces. They need to exchange places, so it can't be treated as a centerpiece, it needs to float on top. And so what it does is it hooks into the actual center and edge pieces, which are underneath. Now the problem is that provided way too much friction. So in this puzzle there are actually no inner center and edge pieces. This centerpiece and this centerpiece screw directly into a core that is just one single stick. In fact, I believe this center is actually glued into that core, otherwise it wouldn't work. And then these pieces just sort of hook onto these ones. There's no inner center and edge layer to actually float on top of, so this puzzle works a lot better, and this one does not. But as I said, this face still turns. This one doesn't because it's glued to the core, but this is friction welded, I might say, to the core. Not welded, but you know what I mean. And then this side face also turns, as well as all the other side faces, but it's not fully functional, so too bad. But this one does work very well. It is fully functional here. And I'm very happy to present it today, so thank you very much.